You think you can't focus? It's not your brain that's broken, it's your strategy. If you're an artist or a writer, hyperfocus is probably the single most important thing for your process, because if you can't hyperfocus, you won't be unlocking that flow of ideas that will skyrocket your work.
I was goofy enough to decide to remove the black fluffy part of my mic, thinking it's useless, so this video has some audio issues. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to sit through imperfect audio this time. Love you. Enjoy, I guess.
Hyperfocus is probably one of the most important ingredients for success. Hyperfocus is the state in which you enter and you are one with your art. You are one with what you're doing, and you're just pouring out ideas and creativity, whether it's on a page, on a canvas. And some artists end up confused how their peers can hyperfocus and spend hours painting, hours writing, and come up with entire new paintings within just a day, complete a book in half a year. The secret is hyperfocus. Some people can do it, some people can, but they don't know how to enter that state. How to laser lock on your goals and win. Here is the recipe. Chapter 1. Cut noise. If you want to enter hyperfocus, you're going to have to kill distraction. Turn off your notifications. Put on airplane mode. Put your phone in the kitchen drawer. Find a way to make sure nothing is pinging and ruining your focus and flow of ideas. Clutter. If there's clutter everywhere, and you try to sit on your desk and you find things like this and a million other things, you're probably not gonna lock in very easily. Therefore, you're gonna need a clean, neat space that makes your mind not cluttered. If you see this versus this, which one would you be more excited to work in right away without going for 5 coffees first? Tell me, honestly, give me in the comments. Another way to kill distraction is no more people pleasing. Don't think, okay, I'm gonna draw this canvas because XYZ will think this and say this. This is distraction. As I said, one of the top things is your environment. You need an environment where your brain wants to focus. If your brain sees a mess, people screaming, TV there, video game there, even if you have a console in your room or a TV in your room, when you do try to focus, your brain will keep being like, wait, I have a TV in here. Why don't I turn on an episode of The Vampire Diaries while I'm writing?
Yeah, why not? I can still focus, right?
And then you end up watching The Vampire Diaries and not really writing. Don't put a TV in your room, okay? Don't keep anything that might make your animal brain be like, oh,
I have this.
Don't. Remove all of those stuff. You need a sacred space and you need a time lock. Let's imagine that you need to complete 10 sketches. If you give yourself an entire day to do those 10 sketches versus tell yourself, I have 2 hours maximum to finish those sketches, I finish them and then I do whatever else I want. Just give yourself the time lock. In this time of today, I will do this and then I will do all the other stuff. This gives you a time frame, and sometimes, actually not just sometimes, a lot of the times, if you give yourself the whole day, you'll just sloth around, versus if you give yourself a time frame, you'll feel pressured and therefore chances are you will complete the thing. Or at least that's what I've found.
Parkinson's law says, work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. If you give yourself a week to do a 1-hour task, it will take you a week. If you give yourself an hour, it will take you an hour. In simple terms, the more time you give yourself to do something, the more time you will end up wasting on it. A tight deadline forces you to focus and work efficiently, while a long deadline encourages procrastination and inefficiency.
Chapter 2. Ritual. When you have a ritual, it's kind of like a warm-up. You know how swimmers, before they swim, they warm up? And after the warm-up, they're completely ready to just jump into the pool and dive in and start doing laps or whatever swimmers do. When you have a ritual, your brain starts to associate this certain ritual with, okay, that, and now I'm gonna go and sit and start writing or start working or start doing the thing that I want to do. It doesn't need to be anything complicated. It can be really simple, like making a hot matcha latte. You can buy me a matcha latte, by the way, the link's in the description. You can have a playlist. For example, see this on the screen, this ambience. This is my cue to lock in and start making YouTube videos. I turn it on way earlier, way before I start the YouTube video, but it kind of reminds my brain,
okay, we're in this zone, we're gonna film a YouTube video now, so we're gonna focus, we're not gonna get distracted, we're gonna hyper-focus.
So yeah, you can have a playlist, and by the way, I have a playlist, an actual playlist on YouTube with music for painting and drawing and writing. Maybe you can try to turn it on and see where it takes you. It even has manifestations. I will leave it in the end. You can have a list of quotes that would motivate you. For example, when I find myself being really distracted or checking my phone every 5 seconds while I'm supposed to be writing or outlining something, I have this. Look, I can't zoom in. My productivity board. Let's say I'm trying to write, and my brain's like,
Hey, wait, why don't we play a little bit of Sims first? Sims 4, 1 hour, we'll relax. We'll be super in the mood to write. Yeah, sure, why not?
no. If I think that, I go here. Look, the greatest skill one can develop is decreasing the time between idea and execution. So, no need for Sims. Follow your plan, not your mood. This, having a list of quotes, I have found to be ultra motivating in order to get into the hyper-focus zone. Chapter 3 is do not multitask. No, don't. If you want to enter flow, you can't be opening 10 tabs at the same time, listening to a podcast, making omelette, and also reading a book and taking notes. It just doesn't work that way. Hyperfocus means that you need to be laser focused on one point, not a million different things, okay? Ask yourself, if I did one thing today, what would move the needle forward the most? Chapter 4 is a hierarchy of 4 important things. Momentum. You will not always be motivated. You won't always be in the mood to do workouts. But let your momentum carry you. Consistency is king. A 5-minute workout every single day is way better than one 50-minute workout every month, right? Consistency. Also, to make things more fun and to give yourself more momentum, to feel like the pendulum is swinging or whatever, insert really cool metaphor here. Milestones give you momentum. They make you realize, okay, I am moving forward. And it makes it more fun. If you want to reach the top of a mountain, let's say the mountain is your goals or whatever thing you want to reach. What's going to be more exciting to start? Looking up at the mountain and seeing so much that you have to climb all by yourself, no help, nothing, no steps, just this huge thing you need to climb. Or you see a stairwell of glittering steps that lead all the way up to the mountain. Those steps are going to be the milestones. You could write down your milestones and make a checklist of them. This way, your goal will feel way more digestible in the long run, and it will push you forward faster rather than just seeing this huge task that you need to do, which feels impossible. Break it up into small steps. Chapter 5. Obsession. Obsession beats any type of inspiration or motivation or burst of the moment, sudden excitement. What do most master artists have in common? They were obsessed with the craft. If you're not obsessed, chances are you won't be long-term motivated to keep doing that thing. If you're not obsessed, you don't want it bad enough. Get obsessed. Think about it non-stop. Read about it. Watch YouTube videos about it. Discuss it. Write about it. Journal about it. Make a list. Hey, by the way, as I mentioned, you can get me a matcha latte. Matcha latte. The link is in the description if you want to support me, because I'm not making any money from this YouTube channel, as I told you. But if you buy me a matcha latte, you'll be supporting me. The link is in the description. Second, look, I drew something to remind myself, to remind you to like my video. That's supposed to be a hand. I don't know how I got accepted into Art Academy. Subscribe icon. It's a bell, supposedly. I don't know. I really don't know. If people see this, they won't even believe I'm a painter or an artist or that I have brain cells. Okay, let's be serious again. Chapter 6. Reward the beast. After each win, aka something checked off of your milestones or to-do list, or after every block of hyperfocus, reward yourself. You need to make your brain associate hyperfocus with something good, with something dopamine or serotonin. You don't want your brain to associate hyperfocus with something difficult and annoying and boring.
Let's be honest. The beginning of any hard work is often accompanied by a sense of drudgery. If you find it boring or annoying, please don't be discouraged. That feeling is a universal signal that you're challenging yourself and building something new. The secret to making it sustainable isn't to eliminate that feeling, but to balance it. By intentionally celebrating your effort with a healthy, fulfilling reward, you create a powerful, positive feedback loop. You're essentially training your brain to not only endure the challenge, but to genuinely appreciate the process.
That is why you will want to find a way to reward yourself. You need to do the reinforce focus equals dopamine versus distraction equals dopamine. Do not ever reward your distraction. If you were supposed to do your homework and really hyper focus, but you ended up scrolling on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever it is people scroll nowadays, do not reward that. Don't go have your favorite ice cream after. Don't go watch a show after. You did not deserve it. I know this sounds toxic, but it works. This is what it costs if you actually want hyperfocus. Distraction, punish it. Hyperfocus, reward it. Let me show you what I have. This is a sample of goals of a person. That person wants to be fit, write like it's their career already, have a YouTube channel, study Chinese, work on their art shop, focus on the academy with 0 people pleasing, by the way. Anyway, the challenge that person set for themselves is no apps, no useless socializing, journaling. See, this seems kind of difficult. It is difficult and it will be boring. Some days that person will feel like they just want to lay down and do nothing. But they have a list of rewards that they reward themselves with when they do hyperfocus, when they do scratch things off their list. For example, to play a video game, to have a movie night, for example, to have cheat days with healthy snacks, go out with friends.
Oh, Jericho, have I missed these?
No, thank you.
You're missing out.
Go shopping, download Instagram and post some stuff and show off their achievements. Make your reward whatever thing is positive to you and that you enjoy and which you don't have very often. Just give it to yourself as a treat. Make a party for yourself. If you achieve a huge thing, reward it. Really, throw a party. Because not everyone can achieve hyperfocus and be successful, especially in the era of distraction. You've got it. I'm so proud of you if you are hyper-focusing, focusing, working on this, watching this video, because watching this video means that you want to get better. Straight to the point. Chapter 1, cut noise. Chapter 2, ritual. Chapter 3, do not multitask. Chapter 4, momentum will carry you. Chapter 5, obsession. Chapter 6, reward the beast. If you found this interesting or useful and want more discussion on the topic, I do want to tag my YouTube video called How to Stay Productive 98% of the Day. That does sound kind of crazy, but you'll have to watch the video to understand what I mean. It's going to benefit you so much, I promise. I will leave that video in the end and in the description. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.